What's up, guys? Lore Brothers here with another episode. Today we're looking into the sleep paralysis. What could it be? Is it an entity? Is it a natural cause? What is it? Let's find out. Today's subject is brought to us by a viewer that messaged us. His name is Alex. Alex, I don't want to butcher your last name. I'm sorry.
Michaelopoulos.
Do you think that's it?
I do think that's it. I'm not sure, though. Yeah, sorry if I messed that up, Alex.
Well, thank you, Alex, for the submission for a video. We are going to make it. And we also had help via a Kathy. She is helping us do some research. She's been a loyal viewer of our page. So today we really wanted to film and bring some insight into what sleep paralysis is. There are a ton of articles and reports describing the science behind sleep paralysis, the chemicals in the brain that may cause it, and studies done to learn more about it. Basically, we fall into a level of sleep called REM, a kind of sleep that occurs in intervals during the night and is characterized by rapid eye movements. During this time, our bodies are in deep sleep and our subconscious is in the driver's seat. During the night, we naturally transition into these levels of sleep, going in and out of REM sleep smoothly. Sleep paralysis occurs when a person becomes conscious during these transitions. In the event a person does become conscious during one of these transitions, you may be unable to move or speak for a few seconds up to a few minutes, hence the paralysis portion of the name. Being that you're transitioning in or out of deep sleep, it isn't uncommon for the individual to continue to dream, eyes open, unable to move. You may begin to experience audio and visual hallucinations that look as real as the room around you. Sometimes you can feel your hallucinations even touch you or press down on your chest, making it hard to breathe, putting you in a true-to-life nightmare that you can't seem to wake up from. There are many articles about sleep paralysis explaining further, but this is the gist of what I learned. What are some ways you can fight sleep paralysis if this is an issue that you're dealing with currently? Going to bed and rising at the same time every day and getting enough sleep is a good way to do it. Lowering your stress levels, as he was saying, possibly exercise. Basically, healthy habits will help combat this if this is something you're dealing with regularly. You could always go to a neurologist, talk to them about your issues. I'm certainly not a doctor. I'm just giving you some ideas that don't cost you anything to possibly help. And if this is something you are dealing with, I would always look into it from a scientific aspect first. Don't immediately assume that what you're dealing with is a paranormal issue. We always recommend if you can fix it without jumping into the paranormal fixes like exorcisms or what have you, try to look at it from a non-biased standpoint. What is causing it? Can it be fixed naturally?
Is it explainable? Is it explainable?
Is it unexplainable? It is a phenomenon, even in the science field. It's a pretty deep subject, So, what about paranormal? Well, there's a lot to say. The paranormal aspect is old and it's pretty widespread. As for entities that could be causing it or have been blamed in the past, definitely the succubus has been blamed. I tend to not lean towards that since we're making another video right now that has to do with succubus. So based on that research, I wouldn't lean towards that. Then there's the old hag, which is a very popular folklore that's directly linked to sleep paralysis. The night hag is a common story told of a supernatural entity that causes sleep paralysis. Legend goes that your subconscious will wake you up whenever the old hag or the night hag is near you. However, the night hag has the power to paralyze you, leaving all your limbs unable to move. The only ability you keep is the ability to watch and to think. As you lay there paralyzed, the evil entity stalks you, slowly making its way toward you. You can hear the commotion of it drawing closer. You can smell the foul odor of the night hag, yet you lay there motionless. Eventually, the night hag rises to where you lay. As you watch its hands begin to reach for your throat, the fear begins to overtake you. You still can't move. You can feel the hands on your throat, squeezing the air out of your body. The pressure on your chest as she sits upon you. The pain you feel is real. The sensation of suffocating is real. The pure terror that is overtaking you is real. Your survival instincts kick in and forces your body awake. Left to question if what you had just experienced was real or just a dream. Then witchcraft, which has its deep, dark place in sleep paralysis history.
Yeah.
This is something that's people have experienced throughout time, all time. Across all oceans, religions, races, what have you, people experience this. And a lot of cultures look to different entities as the culprit. For us, a very common one that we found, which we found quite disturbing, was the witchcraft portion. And that's because people died because of it. For an example, it was used during the Salem witch trials in 1622. Not just a single isolated case, but quite frequently, sleep paralysis would be used as solid evidence in the court of law against somebody that would result in their execution. It happened more than a couple times, and they would use it as concrete evidence that I saw this person during my bewitching, and they must be the one who did it.
Mm-hmm. And then, the person that was accused would be burned at the stake or even hung.
Some more lore involving sleep paralysis entities. A lot of people would attribute it to demonic issues. There's some definite paranormal incidences that involve the sleep paralysis that I can't explain. I can't explain that. Mm-hmm. So you have to question both sides of it and look at it, from a supernatural standpoint.
I think another important aspect and door that opens would be the thought that if someone's experiencing sleep paralysis, does it then open a door that allows you to communicate with the spirit realm more easily? Because from our research so far, we found that when your mind is in more of a subconscious state, it's actually easier to make contact with the dead. So if you suffered from sleep paralysis and you were having hallucinations, you might actually be accidentally inviting an entity like that in.
Yeah.
So at what point does it become at what point does a hallucination become an entity? And it's like a gray area.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult to tell, and I think that's the most unexplainable part of it, really, because if when you're in that subconscious state, you are more susceptible to the dead, to spirits. Something like the old hag or the night hag could easily come in and be attracted to that energy you're emitting and wreak havoc on your life at that point.
Just using your energy. Mm-hmm. That goes back to many things that have to do with the spirit realm.
Tools, basically.
Yeah, you're going to emit energy. You constantly are. You are energy. And what you're vibrating out to everything around you, it'll play a serious effect on your life. Mm-hmm. So those are a few things. We really enjoyed looking into this. We're still doing the bulk of our research for our next entity, which we're really excited for. That's going to be a big one. So
yeah. The next entity is you already said it in the video. The next entity is succubus.
Lilith.
Yep, Lilith, and basically lore and experiences and kind of subculture that's been created around that. And just from what we've read so far, we are in to experience some things.
Yeah, some pretty cool things. So we thank you, Alex, for giving us this idea. Hope this video helped answer some questions. If you do have further questions, feel free to message us. We'd be happy to help you. If anybody out there has any entities they want us to investigate, we'd be happy to do so. We try to post as regularly as possible to keep you guys learning, keep you interested in the supernatural and the paranormal. We're constantly looking into different entities, and there's some really good ones out there that we like. The succubus, Lilith, they take longer to make because we want to do as much thorough research as possible. But little ones like this, we really enjoy looking into. It gives us a break, and it gives us time to kind of look into something else, see what we find. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the page, I believe, is actually at I think we're at 1,700 already, or close to 1,700. So again, thank you guys, and we really appreciate all the all the feedback we've gotten. We will be releasing a queue a Q&A video pretty soon, so we're going to be reaching out to you guys, and essentially you guys will be able to ask any question you want, and we'll give you guys 100% honest answers, and we're looking forward to doing that video as well. And if you don't follow our YouTube, please go check that out and subscribe. That helps us out a lot. And if you're watching this on YouTube and haven't seen our Facebook page, please like and follow that as well.
And Kathy, thank you for your help. We really appreciate your assistance in the investigation of sleep paralysis. It's your helps. We appreciate all the help we get, and all the support we get from everybody. So thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope we answered some questions. And remember, if you look hard enough, it will find you.